Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another day of Ascent Infinite Realm. What's going on, Solomon? What's going on, Dragon? What's going on, Jeremiah? Hey, Silent. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yesterday, I tried it out to stream, and I couldn't do it because my internet was screwing up again, but I actually got a new router. I switched everything out, made sure everything was groovy, so hopefully everything should be okay. How you doing today, everybody? What's up? I actually have a new addition to show you. I've been doing some testing, and I've graphically enhanced the game to the point where it does seem like it looks a little better, but I'm still tweaking it a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you think it looks decent or not, feel free. I don't mind. I can take it. The last time I tried this, it didn't look too well in terms of the last game I tried this with, but I've been tweaking it over the past like year and a half or so. And it's a reshader that I've actually developed the preset. Gonna have to multitask during the stream, or Duolingo will come to you. Oh, okay, gotcha, Jeremiah. Yeah, so far the game's been slowing down for sure. People have been more relaxed and branching out. I'm actually planning on creating a new character once I get to 45 and then get a little bit throughout the gear score, because I'll be okay as long as I'm doing my daily dungeons. That's all I really need to care about. The actual realm contribution thing, I don't really need to mind that at all, because I'm not going to be using this character if for the airship anyway, so I don't really need to care about the realm reconstruction dailies at all. So after that, I'll just keep on doing the dungeons, and the only reason I do the realm reconstruction ones, if I do make a new character, is probably to get the extra money and maybe the extra, yeah, probably just the extra money and the rewards that come with that. Glad to hear it, Silent. Hell yeah. Let me see if I can jump in game here and start doing some dungeons. I'm going to minimize this in a second here. Okay, let's go ahead and switch over. Get that in-game action. Yeah, I want to make sure I experience some of that first before I ever, before I make a new character and stuff like that. Gotta make sure I try that stuff out. Especially the, I don't think we'll make it to Lost Land, the 700 zone. I think that'll come much, much later when we're actually farther in the content and maybe like level 50 kind of stuff comes around. So I think what's going to happen is they might just have the current gear or the current, what's it called? Content. It just goes up to like 45 and you stay in like Skyfort in the 400 zones. But then after they release level 50, they might make it easier to level up and then get better gear and whatnot. Because I think right now we'd have to get like all plus 15 yellows to get into Lost Land or something like that. Everything should be good here. Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead and do a dungeon really quick. Luton's workshop first. Yesterday, we actually got up to stage 15 in the advanced hall of challenge. It was so crazy. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Been going really slow on the leveling too. The leveling process has just been crazy slow now. I found out a couple things about what people have been doing to level up and well, how they leveled up originally early on. I don't know if it's related to it, but I saw that people were kind of spilling the beans on the exploit that was going on. That's fun. I figured something might have been happening there. Like I didn't understand how, even with grind spots and whatnot, how some people were able to just skyrocket past other people like that from what I was able to see. But it makes more sense now. It definitely makes more sense now. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not 290. Oh, sweet. Yeah, everybody's definitely slowing down because I'd be at like 340 right now in leveling if I was falling really behind. But yeah, people apparently have I think you told me about this, Silent, too, that people apparently have a crazy amount of realm tokens and whatnot from farming those bosses high in the sky. Not the ones that we usually farm, but there's ones that are higher than that, apparently. Like around 800 meters or so in the sky. Just sounded like a crazy, crazy situation. Hey. I'm all out of prime potions now. I'd have to get up to the alchemy level possible to make that stuff again, because I don't have any more. It was almost death right there. All right. There we go. So far, so good on the frames, at least. Inventory is such a mess. Hold on a second here. Okay. I love the new airships we have access to, though. At tier 4, they look so good. So good. Sweet. There's one. Nuri, what's going on today? How you doing? Here we go. What is up? I'm actually getting to a decent score in terms of the gear level. I think by the time I reach 44, I should be at least ready to go for that next dungeon and get up to past 400 or so. Got really lucky yesterday. People are actually doing dungeons at this time of the morning. Oh yeah, what's going on in the guild? Oh yeah, they had to do some shutting down, make sure everybody was at a decent stage in the game and everybody was actually active. Okay. We got quite a few warlords actually in the guild. Wow, that's good. I hate that I got evicted from that house. I love that house, but I have to redecorate the new one now, just all over again. Gotta get this all set up again. What's up, Respect? This mount? Yeah, it's called a Warlion, and basically this one is from the Hall of Challenge dungeon, the one that you can do pretty early on, starting from level 30. Though you wouldn't want to do it at level 30 because they made it so much harder to do. It's insane now. Like at stage 30 even, it's such a challenge. Like I have trouble with that now, even though before they changed that, you could get to 43 without too much trouble in the game. Try to download from the Google Drive. After a while, get a connection error. Is there a torrent link or something? There's a torrent link on the website. If you go to the regular Play Park website, yeah, it should be there in the download section. But I don't know how well that one's working right now, to be honest. And have you tried it from another browser, downloading it from the Google Drive? I think I had that once from the Google Drive itself, but when I changed browsers, I think it started working again. That was really early on, though. I don't know if you've probably already done that. Oh, wait, let me see. Here we go. Yeah, I love this Warlion, too. It's really sweet. You also get this Pegasus that I really need to go back and farm for. If you complete one of the specific areas, I need to get that one really bad, because I need a second mount to fly in the sky with, and I don't want to use that little wyvern. That little wyvern bastard. Send it here. Really good way to make money is with this stuff. Oh my god. I love the trading system. So seamless. I just hope they fix the UI. It's kind of messy. It is, yeah. It definitely is. It starts to get intrusive. In some cases, it even hurts your eyes. But yeah, hopefully they do fix that up. I'm hoping they do later on down the line, maybe like a graphical update or something like that too. Greets, what's going on? How you doing today? What's up? Do you often encounter wild PvP? Really not so much anymore. I think after the servers stopped being up, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, a lot of people kind of lost purpose and they were like, well, I don't know what to do. So I think that kind of spread people out like to the max, and now it's like I'll maybe find PvP once a day or so. I don't know what's going on there, honestly. It'd probably be a lot easier if there was like a central hub to hang out at, like a main city. Someone suggested to me yesterday that they hope that they do add like a central hub kind of thing in the future. There is one in the Lost Land that's split between that capital over there. But I mean, that's going to be a hell of a long time before we reach that. I don't even know if we can reach 700 eye level right now to begin with, unless we have like full plus 15 mythics on right now, the way this gear leveling is going. Okay, gotcha, Nura. Yeah, that seemed to work for me. Okay, it definitely seemed to work for me. Mount just looks like a Manicore. Yeah, this mount is pretty cool. They got some really unique creatures in this game, actually. I can definitely say that. To their credit, they did design some pretty cool mounts. The mechanical ones too. I like the look of those a lot. A lot. Go back to the house really quick. Now would be a good time to start decorating it now that I actually have some decent inventory space as well. Do you think Astelia is releasing first? Oh, Astelia, because it's already planned for a summer release for the North American / EU version. But in terms of which one I think will work the best, well, from what I played for Astelia, I mean, I could enjoy it. I know that it does bring back what it's like. What it's advertising is it wants to bring back that feel of retro MMOs. So MMOs that you played back in like 2012, 2010. The problem with those, though, is that was before, you know, the action combat games came out and kind of ruined combat for a lot of people, myself included. I can still play, you know, slower types of combat. Like, I could still go back and put 1,000 hours into RuneScape old school, but you still crave that new kind of feel for combat, you know? And then Astelia brings back that old kind of feel, and it's fresh, so it's going to be pretty popular regardless, and it's releasing in the West, so there's that too. But I don't know if it'll actually, you know, full on retain its audience. Because it's buy to play, it makes it a little harder as well, because people might be less inclined to pay for that rather than going for something that's free to play. So I think if they were releasing like hand in hand, I think Air would kind of blow the game out of the water just because it's free to play too, and it's actually much more detailed, it feels like. Haven't played this game, but I only heard 2 opinions for the mount combat. Either they are negative or positive, nothing in between. I'd say that in terms of the actual, you know, flying on a mount part, this part feels a little clunky to me. It gets better, it gets easier, and I think it's mainly just the class that I played is why it says that. I mean, I think if you like talk to an Elementalist that flies on a mount and, you know, gives you an opinion on the combat, it might be leaning more towards the negative side. But if you talk to like a Gunslinger or maybe Assassin, it'll be a little bit better. I think that has to do with the class mainly, but the airship combat I love. I absolutely love it. Early on, when you don't have a lot of weapons to work with, it might be a little harder to, you know, give a decent opinion on, but later on when you get to like the tier 4, for instance, oh yeah, it gets really good. Really, really good. Now I got all this storage space and I don't know what to do with it. Start by doing this here. Dump stuff in here really quick. Just because I have more storage doesn't mean I need to waste all my storage space again. We're not doing that anymore, hopefully. Have you heard about the bug of the flying bosses and the people who abused it? Yep, sure did, Grease. Sure did. I kind of figured something like that was going on, because it just didn't make sense how people were flying past others like that in progression when we've all basically been in the same place. I knew that something had to be going on. I don't know if they were using that to level up too, but I'm guessing so, because that must have been the real reason they nerfed the flying bosses right there. That it must not have been because people were just farming them all day. It must have been for that solely, which means that they probably got a crap ton, like a level or 2 on everybody else just from those flying bosses alone, I bet. I don't think Astelia will beat Air, to be honest. I don't think so either. I mean, it's not neither the ones, you know, like completely groundbreaking in terms of something we haven't seen before. I think Air adds a lot of what people like about Eastern MMOs into one, but I think in terms of like Air versus Astelia, though, Astelia is kind of like going to be in a little bit of an unfair spot there. Going to get blown out. But the Astelia's probably got at least 6 months to a year on Air in terms of releasing in the West, so there's that at least. But even then, I just can't wait any longer between EU and NA. This game looks amazing. I've watched all your content on the game. Thank you so much, Sleepy. Let me know if it looks better from... Let me know if it looks weird in any case as well, because I've actually been graphically enhancing this game. What you see here is actually a reshade filter that I've done. So like this would be the normal, and then this would be with the reshade on. So hopefully that looks a little bit better. Try to make it to where you can see more details. I didn't actually realize on how blurry a lot of this crap was until I actually turned that on. It's like looking, oh God, almost hurts my eyes now to go back to the default graphics. But I did go off of, I did have help with, wait, this is like an alpha, but there's dates it gives a release. Yeah, there's dates that it gives, well, not dates per se, but they said that this one was going to be lasting 1 to 3 months. And right now, they said that basically it's going to be lasting during the season beta. So shortly after the season beta is over, it should either be done already or getting close to. So from 43 days from now, we should have some more information, because they stated that if you don't make it through the whole season beta before it ends, like the tiers, then they'd have a proactive reward given to you at the end. Will there be any hard content in the game? Really itching for Mythic Wild Dungeons. Oh yeah, there will be. Oh yeah. Already, like the Advanced Hall of Challenge is proving to be one of the hardest one of the hardest experiences in PvE in the game entirely. And not just that, but the Black Herald invasions, we haven't really done that yet. There's going to be a lot of potential for really difficult dungeon and content. They've also been increasing the difficulty on certain cases, on certain things, to make it harder for everybody to work with, which is good too. Do you think PvP opportunities behind the housing system, like Archeage, where you're putting your house as a strategy to make money or steal others? Yeah, I definitely think so. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Holy crap. I completely forgot. Hi there. Yeah, I definitely think that there's going to be PvP opportunities. In terms of the housing, sorry, I was recording stuff yesterday, so I usually turn it off for that. But in terms of the housing and whatnot, I think that it will definitely pose an opportunity to be a PvP situation, but you won't be able to like steal somebody's house from them. You can camp them at their house for sure, but it's not really going to do much in terms of everything. I think it's going to make it more where you'll see enemies in certain areas because they want those houses more than you do, kind of thing. Or like in the initial grab of houses, I think we'll see a lot of PvP of people trying to fight over getting to the housing board. But like once you put the money down for it, it's yours. So there's really nothing they can do at that point. Anki, how you doing? Reshared is way better. Yeah, I've been loving this a lot. It really helps. It really, really helps. They did a good job on this. Because I was going off of I compared it a little bit to Tera. And I looked at what people did for their reshader presets on Tera. And this game actually, because it runs off the same engine, right? Unreal 3. So even though Tera was like DirectX 9, I think, it seems like it still runs really, really well. 2v2s are open. Are you paying for that house in level 45 zone? Oh, so this house is like 25k a day on rent, and it was like 115k or so initially to buy for that one, Grease. That one felt expensive as hell. Do you know if any gear in arena is balanced or something? Nope. Gear, it's not balanced in arena. So all those people that abuse those bugs, by the way, I've went up against some of them. They just absolutely stomp people in PvP. There's an Elementalist in there that's level 45, and I went in there with like a level 43 Warlord yesterday, and this guy got 4-shot. Like this guy got killed so fast, I couldn't even believe it by that guy. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. So and your level might matter too in there, because you couldn't do much damage at all to the guy. I hit him with the meteor, probably did like about 40% of his health, 25 to 40%. Usually that would kill somebody or get close to killing somebody. Is there a kind of forced faction alliance thing that encourages PKing the other faction? Yeah, there is a faction in the game. There's factions in the game, so there's Volpin and Antari. So that means that basically you do get encouraged to go to the other zone in PvP. Like there's dailies that you get to destroy people's airships and compete for resources, things like that. Because there's a realm v realm quest you can do every day. That kind of takes you to enemy NPCs, and you'll usually find other players there, enemies. So there'll be a lot of incentives for that. Not only that, but the realm tokens, you can get those from killing people. And on top of that, you also get what's it called? The realm banners for destroying their airship. And the realm banners are really, really good. There's a vendor for that too. So there's a lot of different incentives for PvPing. Please say psych. Nope, Cryptic. Looks like PvP, and they definitely need to fix that.
it's not balanced. It's not equalized in the arenas. It looks like it's not. It still hurts from the last time I played arena. Gear is not balanced, definitely. Yeah, like it's crazy how nuts it is in there. Like at first I figured maybe it was you know, just the fact that like even when we're balanced, that some classes are much stronger than others. But then I started taking a look at it and then started paying attention whenever I went into an arena. And then we started realizing, oh my God, this actually isn't balanced. Like you'd see somebody level 42 go up against the 44, and then the 42 can't do any damage to the 44, and just there'd be a lot of cases like that too. And then people in PvP gear that you know are in PvP gear, they would just completely shrek your face. And there should be only a few people that are even in PvP gear, because the lowest rank is like Private 6, I think. But we met one of the guys that was farming the bug, the exploit. And this dude was in the full purple, so I think he had the 25% damage bonus in PvP. And that just hurt like hell. Feared the PvP would be unbalanced. Damn, now I'm unmotivated. Guild Wars 2, I'm incoming. Yeah, see, in terms of the battlefield, I hope that one is equalized, but I mean, I don't know for sure. It's not a problem when everybody's at the same spot gear-wise. It's just that now it's going to be harder for everybody to be at that same spot because of those people that were exploiting that crap. And hopefully, I mean, I feel like they should when the server comes out, since they probably won't reset, you know, people's progress and whatnot. They probably don't know who's who, or even if they do, probably don't want to do that kind of thing. So hopefully the new servers don't have anything like that on there. It's good that they fixed that up now at least. But yeah, it sucks. Okay, hold on, sorry. That didn't get good gear. Stop whining. So it's okay still for people to be frustrated at that, but once we all are at the equalized level of gear, it'll be fine for sure. Hopefully the battlefield is equalized anyway, though. Here we go. Sweet. All right, let's go. Walter. They should have a setback to people that abused it. Yeah, I don't know if they do that or anything like that, but we'll see what happens though. The new server should be fine since it's fixed up there. But when it comes to the West, it'll be fixed up regardless, hopefully. So we won't have to worry about that at all. Any PvP today for PvP? The bosses look promising though. Oh, no, there will be... Well, I mean, I hope there's PvP today. I've been waiting to see if there would be any open world PvP instances coming up, like if people would call people to fight, but I haven't seen a lot of that going on the past few days. There hasn't really been a large amount of people converging and fighting and whatnot, so yeah, that's been the thing. Does this game have /allow add-ons, a DPS meter from Warcraft? That was an awesome indication of how progressively stronger you were getting. No, there isn't any add-ons per se yet. That might be in the future, but I don't think they've done that yet, because I think you have to do something with releasing the API, so that's the only thing. What's the point of progressing if when it comes to PvP, everything will be equalized? Well, so in terms of open world PvP, yeah, that makes sense not to be equalized, but in terms of like an instance base, I mean, you wouldn't really want to go in, like every game that has equalized PvP usually succeeds in instance-based stuff. Like if you go into a battlefield, you don't want to have like someone who just reached level 42, for instance, just get one shot by somebody who's level 45 that's in full PvP gear, because what happens is that decentivizes people to not PvP, and that exactly happened in Blessed too. And that's why in the Japanese version, the battlefield ended up dying pretty quickly, because people that rushed to max level and whatnot, they could just shrek everybody that was coming in for the first time that only wanted to do PvP. So it kind of killed the PvP scene in that game. We never really got to that point in the NA version because, of course, they were just completely crap at design choices. But that was a good example, like what unequalized PvP can do in an instance sense. And like same thing with arenas. People want that to be more based on skill rather than your gear, which it should be. In terms of like instance PvP, that makes more sense. Open world PvP, anything goes, but instance stuff should be instance. BDO PvP is disgusting, but people that spend a lot of money would stand by it. Well, after a while too, BDO PvP, well, I don't know how it is now. BDO PvP early on was all about defending your grind spot for the most part. Oh wait, what is this? Is this a Superior Elite right here? Oh yeah, it is, okay. But for the most part, yeah, in PvP and BDO for a long time became more about defending your grind spot than really doing anything PvE based, because it just had such a lack of it. Apparently they're going to be working on adding more PvE stuff in, just solely PvE, but who knows when that'll be happening. Good luck for the people that are still playing the game, though. Actually, I gotta go back really quick. Open world PvP will die if they put equalized battle arena. In my opinion, everyone will just go arena instead of open world. Well, no, that's not true, because anytime people actually have like an option to go instance and open world, people usually do both. Like think of Guild Wars 2, for instance, which doesn't have open world PvP, but even though it has instance PvP, like battlefields or battlegrounds and arenas, people still go for the world v world stuff. That's still popular. And then if you have a game that actually has both, like, let me think about it, World of Warcraft, I guess, there's still people that do both on that side too. And then with ESO, that one only has Cyrodiil. I don't know if you could really count it, honestly, but people still do that one as well, aside from the battlegrounds and the battlegrounds that you can do. There's still a split amount. And then in this game, for instance, people will always have open world PvP, because whenever people start invading cities and people start getting called over to fight, because there's incentive to PvP, and you get more rewards from open world rather than the arena and the battlefield anyway, because that stuff could last all day, and that's what makes the good experiences is the open world PvP. That makes more sense that people will still be doing that for sure. Will there be guild PvP, and how? We don't know exactly how that will happen. In terms of the guild PvP, we're not quite sure yet. But you mean like the territory war and whatnot? You said your cam is off on Twitch. Okay, no, you might have to fast forward. You might be behind a little bit. Let me see. Or sorry, refresh. Should be up here. Should be up actually. That's still up. That's weird. Yeah, Cryptic. Yeah, there's multiple platforms. Okay, there we go. You said, there we go, the World of Warcraft effect where everyone is entitled. I bought the game, no need to pay for any more for other features. I don't know how that really correlates, Variant, because nobody ever pays for PvP, so I don't know what you're saying there. Are you saying that like people feel entitled in the sense where whenever they buy a game, they don't feel like they should have to work for stuff? Is that what you're saying? Oh, for leaderboard. Okay, so for leaderboard stuff, we don't know if the actual PvP system will be a part of that, like the guild territory and whatnot. They haven't put anything in there yet, but in terms of actually having a territory system, that should definitely be a thing, the way the guild system's set up, because there's like guild funds, there's guild experience, stuff like that, and there's guild items that we can put in the storage that are gone now. Oh, they must have took it out. Okay. But you can donate resources to the guild storage after doing dailies and whatnot that kind of help you out a little bit. Actually, I might do this later. Yeah, I'll just do this later. Actually, never mind. Let's go. Should be queued up for Fluton's workshop. All right, let's go. In terms of the setback, though, I don't know what they'll do there. But no, in terms of PvP, that really isn't. That's really not the case. Like in terms of the actual, if you want it to where it's not equalized in instance based, that's when you go for like a sandbox MMO. And if you played those games, I can understand that. I prefer the same way of kind of play there. But that's where it's supposed to be, because everything is seamless, everything's open world. There's not really any loading screens. In this kind of case, every time a game has you know, PvP that's like that, where even in an arena or even in a battlefield, it's not equalized, that tends to fail. That tends to fail pretty hard because people trying to get into the PvP scene will have a nightmare of a time. But open world PvP is always always unbalanced. That stuff, that makes sense. But if you can name a game that has unbalanced arenas and battlefields that actually works, then I'll shut up right there. But air combat system is very smooth. Yeah, it's pretty seamless on the ground. For the most part, it's just the flying combat that's not really that great. Depends on the class you're playing, though. But the airship combat's amazing, though. Love the open world PvP. I really hope we get pushed forward to fight other faction. Oh, yeah, and you should. You definitely should. Because in terms of the actual dailies and whatnot that it gives you incentive for, there's a lot of stuff that kind of gives you rewards for killing other people, like the realm tokens and the honor, of course, which you can get higher on the rankings for getting the seasonal rewards. And then also, let me see. Oh, we're pairing right now. The realm banners, like that vendor and whatnot, can give you a lot of cool stuff too. You can get all that by destroying people's airships and PvPing in general. What's the max level? It's 45 for the soft cap, but then after that you can keep on leveling, but it just takes a hell of a long time to get to that point. Past then, like leveling wise, you really can't right now. And they're probably doing that to like time gate people out of content at the moment, to where they can balance it out until they release like the 50 content and stuff like that. Thanks, respect. Yeah, I did an appearance change. I'm still really wanting to go with like an elf, for instance. I don't know for my main character in the Western version what I'll go for, but I like this one, this hairstyle that I've got going here. What's up, Veritic? How you doing? You feel a third faction would spice up PvP? Yes. Yes, I do. I think that eventually, because it does fit the lore, the neutral faction, the Noose, they should join the fight. I feel like that would definitely be really cool. Or I feel like if they would join the fight as like a neutral faction where they could kill everybody if they wanted to, like everybody could fight them, they could fight everybody else, because there is a flagging system in the game. If you press Control B when you're in the open world, you'll be able to see that you can flag on enemy players. Because there's certain areas where you actually do have to flag on the enemy faction to actually attack them. And if there was a neutral faction, that would really, really incentivize people to PvP in some cases, because there could be neutral zones where people meet in the middle and have to fight regardless. Like in the Lost Land, for instance, everything that's a contestant region, the neutral ones can be the underdogs that fight both sides. I think that would be really cool. What's the ETA in the Western version? We're not sure yet. Actually, on the Western side of things, we're hopefully going to be finding that out during this test or shortly after. But we're not sure at the moment, though. Nobody knows at the moment. Join the 24/7 servers. Yeah, everybody's relaxing and just chilling out right now, getting stuff done. Feeling pretty good. Should I buy the air pass or go for the pets first? You can't actually buy the air pass at the moment. There's too many elementalists in this game. Oh my god. There's too many. But yeah, I would say go for the Star Blessing if you don't have it, just because you would want to have the inventory expansions and stuff like that. It helps. It's not a necessity, but it definitely helps. Your inventory is going to be full regardless. You don't need to worry about farming hundreds of thousands of mobs to, you know, get money and whatnot. There's other stuff to do during the day. But yeah, I would say definitely go for the Star Blessing first, and then after that, go for a pet. Because you can get a pet from the Realm Reconstruction vendor for 15 tokens, and you can actually just have one every day if you want to, that lasts 24 hours. You don't really need to buy a pet from the shop. Just like BDO, and there's an item that works like Elian's Tears in this game. It's not like BDO in the sense where your gear gets destroyed if you fail. There's only a downgrade system that starts kicking in after you get to like +6, and then your durability can get decreased by 5, but the item that you need to increase your max durability is much easier to get than BDO, much less of a nightmare. That can be obtained in crafting ways and obtained from killing mobs, obtained for doing dailies. Just about everything can give you that item, so it's much easier and laid back than BDO, and actually it doesn't proactively keep getting harder as you go up. It once you get the +5, it's easy to get the +6 again, and then it gets harder from there, and then once you get the +10, it's gonna like recycle that a bit. It just, yeah, so like 1 to 2 is guaranteed, and then after that it gets harder, and then +5 to 6 is easy, and then it just keeps going through that cycle. So definitely less of a hassle than BDO. BDO, you'd have to get memory fragments from farming bosses, and that would be an absolute nightmare most of the time. And then on top of that, your accessories could get destroyed. And I think if you're going from +15 to Pry, I can't remember if your gear actually has a chance to get destroyed. I never got to that point. I quit before Valencia, but I don't really care about that part anyway. Well, no, BDO is different in the sense where you'd have to get like a ton of fail stacks and whatnot to actually be useful. You'd have to plus up what do they call it? Rablath or whatever the hell that was, to start getting even the +15. But in this game, there's no fail stack mechanic there. Did I get to level 3 in every region? That's up to you. You don't need to. Honestly, you could just keep going to the next region as soon as you have it unlocked. You don't really need to worry about getting level 3 in a region. Hey, you don't have to worry about that at all. BDO is more like a chore than an actual game. Yeah, BDO is much different. BDO is way more of an annoying sin. I hated that Black Spirit so much. But the fail stack system on top of the ability to destroy your accessories was what really made it a nightmare. Having to get like +80 fail stacks to plus up even like +14 red nose armor, for instance, that was an absolute nightmare. Though you shouldn't even have red nose armor for the most part. You should just go for the habate, or should have gone for the habate. But during that time, it was either red nose or try and compete against bots on the auction house. So there was that. What a nightmare! Yeah, and that's what sets BDO apart from a lot of games. They just had mechanics in place that were there to basically punish the crap out of you, to prevent you from getting to progress too fast. Same thing with Archeage and like its labor system. It differs from games like this because Archeage's labor system, you could level up to max through just that alone. You could max out crafts in like the span of a few hours with that labor system just by spamming pots and whatnot. That was some BS right there. You could like level up a class, I think, one of your multi-classes. There have a trade run system for making gold like Archeage. So it does have a trade system, but you don't do it manually, so you don't actually physically go to the location and, you know, put down the trade pack. The way that you do it in Air is you send it on an airship, the resources, but you don't see it actually on the map, or you don't see it physically. It just kind of goes there, and then after about an hour and a half or so, your money gets returned to you, the profit that you made. But it's a very good way to make money in this game, actually. Highly recommend trying it. And you can buy the goods once a day from the vendor, or you can craft them. You can get them from token vendors for the trade goods, all kinds of ways. Is that guy just standing over there? Oh yeah, he is. Oh, that's why he probably can't get in. That's why. That's why. Okay, there we go. Oh, that sucks. He didn't get any reward. I think he just had his oh god. I think it took an entry from him, but he didn't get anything. That sucks. Oh well, sorry. Thought BDO RNG was not that bad, but I played it after Archeage, so that could be the reason. Yeah. I definitely think so. I definitely think so. Elementalist is pretty fun too, Flemmy. But I gotta switch off of it because honestly, there's well, I gotta make a new character and start leveling it up. There's way too many Elementalists right now. It's a little ridiculous. Crazy. These games could have been good with some better design. Those games, they really could have, but yeah, they just fell short in one way or another. Fell short hard. Let me see. I like the ice with this graphic modification. Holy crap. That looks really good. Ever since I started doing the graphical enhance, the trees have looked a lot better. A lot better. They're beautiful. Hope they add a robot race, or at least you get robotic arms. I started thinking last night, I think that they might go the route of Tera classes, for instance. So I think we might have a chance of seeing a Berserker, for instance. Maybe two-handed axe warrior, if not a Slayer, two-handed sword. But I think that at some point they might definitely have a fighter class in this game. Or something like that. I think that would be really, really cool too. I would love to have I'd play a fighter. Or like anything besides the Warlord. Any kind of melee class that's not the Warlord, honestly. What's up, Maze? How's this game? The graphics look great. Thank you. Yeah, this is actually, it's a decent experience for sure, the game itself. What you're seeing is actually a modified version of the graphics for this game. Took a little while to do, but hopefully, I'm glad you like it, though. Thank you very much. But the game itself, it does look pretty good. Reshader is what causes it to look like this. And so far, it's been looking pretty good. The assassin has the ability to be invisible for a while. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do, Odd. Thank you so much, Jeremiah. Ninja Stealth doesn't break after attacking in this game. Think for possibilities. Wait, it doesn't? Really? Holy crap. Oh my god, that's actually pretty crazy. When does it break then? A little ridiculous. But I'm actually looking forward to trying out an assassin though. I think they look pretty fun. Is this air-based? That's air-based. All of it's air-based. Okay. I should be able to buy some ammo right now. Let me just talk to this guy. Actually, never mind. I'm out of the ability to buy ammo now that I just did that. Here we go. Okay. And how many of those trees do I have? Never mind. Interested in playing Gunslinger or Elementalist for my first character when I get to play? Oh yeah, those are fun classes for sure too. Oh crap, there we go. Those are really, really fun classes. Is there a way to regain max durability on an item after failing an enhance? Yes, you need this item up here, which is called the Metal Engineering Tools, right there. If you want to get this, it's very easy to craft actually. If you have the Metal Engineering material, which is like this green bar, this one right here, and you combine that in a, I think it's either a weapon bench or an armor bench, I forgot which one, with like 10 ore and stuff like that, you can just make that item. You can just basically mass craft it. I have at least 100 and something of those green bars waiting in my bank, but I don't have any 10 ore to really make it right now. I have to go get some. But yeah, you can definitely do it that way, and you'll have the ability to, you know, max repair it to full or whatever it's at right now. If you might already have some of those metal engineering tools too. You just talk to a blacksmith, he might be able to do it for you. Or I love these Sidewinders so much. Those are really good guns. Let me go for these. Is that level 4? Oh god, what was I doing with level 4 stuff? Wow. Multiple beam, let me see. Let's do that one. I think the Assassin is the best roamer, can escape 5v1. Assassin, yeah, Assassin's an incredible roamer. Especially in open world PvP, they're really good too because they can just glide onto somebody's airship and wombo combo the crap out of them. Really good. Also, you can actually get these powered suits, like the mech suits. They are permanent too. They are only on a cooldown, but you can get ones like the Supreme Commander one if you're like rank 1 in PvP, and then the lower ranks have other ones you can make too. But these ones are really cool. This is the lowest one, so it doesn't have all the abilities and whatnot. But the next one I'm going to make is going to be the missile one. And then on top of that, they do only last a certain amount of time, but they're going to be really useful in PvP. Once you see people flying, using this kind of stuff in PvP, it's going to be great. What's up, Ty? How you doing today? want you to try Assassin. Maybe they're duration based. Yeah, that's probably going to be the next one I try, actually, to be honest. I've been thinking about the Assassin for a while, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I do have the Gunslinger already made, but I want to try them both regardless, though. Definitely want to try it regardless. What's up, Sleepy? Gotcha. On a second, let me see. I don't know why they have it looking like that most of the time, but yeah. This is the Comet, level 4. I like this airship over here. Are you enjoying the game? It's a pretty decent experience. Yeah, it's definitely a pretty decent experience. For me personally, I'm on the wrong class right now. I need to be playing a different one. I just need to level up another one for right now because I need to... I love the design of this ship too. This one just looks so much cooler than the lower ones. Like, they really improved the look of this. But I can't wait to get a new class leveled up because right now there's a lot of Elementalists out there. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, so far it's been a pretty good experience. I think it'll be some good fun for sure. Gunslinger's nice. I have to try Assassin. Oh wait, are there armor set bonuses similar to ESO? Yes, there are. Yeah, there's crafted ones, and there's also ones that you get from the dungeons and whatnot. All kinds of different set bonuses that you can get. So let me see if anybody's doing the Ancient Hall challenge really quick. Advanced Hall challenge. Probably not. Aha. Go. Why so many elementals? I don't know. It's kind of weird because it felt like early on everybody was really more excited about the Gunslinger, but I think maybe it's because, you know, in most games, elementalists that are from the Eastern region or mages, they're gender locked and primarily female for the, well, I think it was mainly because of Lost Ark too, but I think maybe that might have had something to do with it. Now that we have the freedom to actually make both, maybe that kind of helped it out a little bit. And also this game does have a pretty cool mage class, so maybe that combined it with that. I was surprised though. I felt like people were more interested in playing the Gunslinger than anything, but I was super wrong on that one. Go. Reset. Just run. Here, our 20 versus 20 or larger battleground battles, because there's some range characters, the better. I don't know why I play with Assassin or Mage. Yeah, there will be 20v20 battleground. There's going to be some big battlegrounds, actually. There's going to be ones that are like airship based. There will be some that are ground based. There'll be quite a bit. There's going to be an outlaw zone as well that you'll be able to go into. That's going to be like an open world PvP area that will actually have field bosses in it that we've seen already. It's going to be that too. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're waiting on the battlefield to open right now too. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be really good. Oh crap. And the other ones, like the airship ones, the PvP battlefield, we haven't done too much killing spree yet. I don't know if that's open anymore right now, or like people are actually queuing for it, but that one's going to be pretty fun too. That one should be the ground-based PvP one. That might actually be in the outlaw zone. What I remember. Oh, come on. Gunslinger and Assassin is level 35. Lucky. Good stuff. You've been going ham. Yeah, those classes are going to be really good to have, especially in those cases too. Because even if you're under geared, even if it's still not equalized once we get in there too, it'll be okay because at least you'll have the ability to stealth up in sticky situations, and they seem to have pretty good defensive abilities too in PvP senses. When is it coming to the West? We're not sure. We're not sure at the moment. We're hopefully going to be finding out either during this beta test or shortly after, but nobody knows at the moment when it's coming to the West. They haven't given us any info on that yet. Really hoping we get some info before the beta ends, honestly. Maybe if they've been localizing it already, we can get it in the next 5 or 6 months or so. Works for me. I hope he's trying to get somebody else in here, too. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did we kill everything else in here? Oh. Well, that's peachy. What the hell? Are we in trouble? Uh-oh. Hold on, I got an idea. Okay. Gotta escape and then escape. We gotta kill all this crap first, it looks like. There's probably just one mob in here specifically. Yeah, that one. Okay. Come on, beautiful. Let's go. Mystic seems very interesting too. I wonder how it is doing PvP. Oh, in Arena, Mystic is crazy good right now. And I mean, in open world PvP senses, they are pretty good. Like they don't go down easily, that's for sure. But in terms of like the counter to Mystic, probably definitely going to be an assassin for sure, which should be for sure. But I mean, they can pull off some insane combos that completely wombo combo the crap out of a Mystic. But they're doing really good though, really good. I think people will probably enjoy Paladin Healer too when that hopefully arrives. They give us a Paladin Healer, that'd be super cool. I would even consider going Healer for one of my characters if they had a Paladin Healer. I think we should be good. Oh yeah, there it is. So far, so good with this thing. The graphical enhancement seems to be working really well. Do you feel all classes can do well in PvP? I feel like they can. Yeah, I feel like they are pretty balanced for the most part. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's probably like a couple balance changes to be made here and there. With a few of them, like maybe say maybe the assassin. That's the only one I can really think of though. But for the most part, yeah, they seem pretty balanced overall. Here we go. I think Elementalist and Mystic are probably the first ones that are going to be getting the bigger buffs though. I think the other ones are probably going to be getting the nerfs. From what I felt, like it feels like it makes sense, but the Elementalist, for instance, is way more PvE based than it is PvP. But in open world situations, the Elementalist really excels. Pally for the win. Pally would be sweet. Pally would be really sweet. I feel like there definitely needs to be at least 1 to 2 more classes though before we can say the roster is sitting in a really good spot. Probably just not enough choices right now for people to really balance stuff out, like you know, have a balance of roles to where it's sitting in a good spot PvP wise, and be able to have enough uniqueness going around too. I think 7 classes is a good way to start. What are the normal gems used for? I have a lot of them. Oh, you just sell those to the merchant. You don't have to use those. Those are just trash items. They're basically just like valuables that you sell for money. Engineer scrapper. That would be really cool. Oh yeah, that would. I feel like they'll definitely go with stuff like that too. Despite the theme of the game, it seems like they might go down the route of maybe like Tera classes or maybe do some stuff like that. Engineer might come later if they do that. maybe it'll feel too close to gunner if depending on like the weapon it has. But if like if you're talking about like the scrapper like in Guild Wars 2 that has I think the two-handed weapon, that would be pretty interesting for sure. That'd be really cool. I think Guild Wars 2's and scrapper elite spec has a two-handed weapon. I can't remember for sure though. Crap, that guy didn't get teleported with this automatically. That sucks. Feels like every dungeon we're getting at least one person leaving for some reason or another. Crap. Hold on. Okay. Well, I don't know what we're supposed to do without him. Yep, there he goes. Okay, let's go. No time like the present. It also does seem to hurt DPS in like the advanced Hall of the Challenge sense too when we have way too many Elementalists. Needs to be going on quite a bit right now. Some cases they seem fine. It seems fine, but it seems like you definitely need a lot of single target DPS for some of the content. Oh, here we go. Oh, crap. Okay, there we go. Come on. I realize we haven't done the barrel race world quest in a while. I kind of miss it right now. I like that Mario Kart minigame they got going on there. It's really cool. Ow. Really? Okay. Here it comes. Oh, God. Sorry, bud. You can never have too much ice and fire. That's true. That's very true. I read that as ice and fire, even though he said fire and ice. Very true. I think we really need the battlefield too, because I think that might be where the majority of PvP ends up coming up, or is gonna come up until people are able to kind of expand out more in term, or like converge onto the in-game zones in the open world. Probably gonna be where the majority of the fights are gonna be in the battlefield. Thanks, buddy. Feels good to have inventory space again. I hope this lasts. Probably won't, but still. At least at this point, I can definitely merge all this. I basically have every item that's possible to get it up to this level, so I can at least dump all the stuff in the storage. Is this alpha or beta? Beta. It's it's like a closed open beta. You have to have what's called an IC code, which is like an open beta code to get into it, but it's free to play. You just need a VPN because it's locked out to everybody that's not in Thailand. If you weren't playing this game, what game would you be playing? Total War, Three Kingdoms, Mountain Blade Bannerlord, if that came out this decade. Conqueror's Blade, whenever that decides it wants to open up and hopefully have decent server hosting this time. And Amazon's New World right now, Imperator Rome to finish up that campaign. Probably Total War Warhammer 2 to actually prepare for Three Kingdoms. Mountain Blade Warband to prepare for Bannerlord. Stuff like that. I'd probably be playing right now. And then like whatever looks interesting on my Steam wish list, that because I always go through the Steam queues, and like U-Boat looks interesting, or I've played it a little bit. It felt pretty good. And like Embark, and then Mordhau. I'd like to get kind of get more of that chivalry experience that I had back in the day. So I'd like to play that a little bit for sure, and then maybe For Honor to practice a little bit in that game too. Is there any kind of GVG content plan? PvP would be nice. Guild vs. Guild, we haven't seen any mention of it, but we know that the system in place seems like it complements a Guild v Guild system with the guild funds we have, and the experience that we have, guild experience, and how you can level up your guild, and also the guild storage system, because you can do guild weeklies and actually donate resources to the guild chest. So I think that this will definitely be used in the future for like Guild v Guild stuff. I think it'd be really nice if we did have something like that, especially like guild-sized airships, because there are bigger ones than we've seen so far, like really, really big airships. So we should be able to find that out at some point too, how that's going to work. Oh, register products at the trade agency. Okay. Fishing, I'm not doing that. Nope. Complete building at Automaton Workshop. Can't do that either today. Complete any dungeon. Now there's one I can do. Mixed rune stones. Nope. Build anything at the... Okay, donate. Yeah. Join the arena. Hell no. Not today. Not after what we found out. Registered the rune of attack damage for use. Listen to the research committee. Build a cannon. Okay. Hand of care. Okay. Alright, let's see. Next dungeon. Let's try out the armory again. Maybe if people are queuing up for it. I'll just try both and see if people are queuing for either one. I want to do the advanced hall of challenge right now so bad, but I'll do the armory first. Okay. Now what zone am I in? 40 is 39, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Oh, hold on. Long-term guild content helps a lot. Really does. Really does. It would be really nice if we had some decent, substantial stuff that we could really play through on a normal basis for Guild v Guild stuff, like a territory system and whatnot. That would be so fun in this kind of game, especially with more classes. We can silent. Let me see. Oh, the treasure map's up there. Put some floating stones on here. Might as well. They're selling like hotcakes right now anyway, so go ahead and do that. Oh, dude, for like 10 B. Oh crap! Right, 5. How about 3? All right, cool. No. 2. Okay. I gotta wait until my trade is done to get more money. Oh, blueberry tree. Hold on. Need that. Okay. Is there like world events in this game that require objectives to be done, like Rifts from Rift? Yeah, there is. There's like the Black Herald invasions, for instance. That one allows you to go into certain parts of the world where it announces it, and you'll see these ships that are like bombarding the airports, basically. Those that right there, which would be called like an airport. You'll see 2 ships on each side of it. And then you'll see, or 1 ship on each side, and you'll see pirates just flooding the airport itself. You'll see stuff like that going on. Those would be like a rift, for instance. And then there will be certain destroyer bosses that'll spawn at certain parts of the map. The destroyers are like the real world bosses. The field bosses and whatnot aren't really crap compared to the destroyers. Those ones will be are a thing too as well. But nobody ever does. And there's also recently added with the last patch the Black Herald mothership. But nobody really does these, though, from what I've seen. At least they don't group up for them. But these ones are what you can do with the guild content and group content. That's the end game stuff right there. Once everybody's like 45 too, you'll see a lot more of that going on. But really, we're starting to get to that point, so it should be about time for everybody to start converging on that stuff. Oops, Star of Invasion. I might wait. I'm probably gonna wait for the quests before I do those, actually. Split. Mantle Dragons. Hold on. Large Feather. Oh, the Condor. Let me kill these things first. The mount is badass. I love the mount. I love the mount so much. I also love this airship. This tier 4 one looks so cool compared to the other ones. Like, my god. I love the effects on the side that they got going on. It looks so good. I looked at like the combat, the airship combat from the 2017 version, and they really did a number on this stuff. Like, they seriously improved it. It's so crazy how good it looks now. Absolutely insane. Of course, it's not gonna hit him though. Hello. Use the sidewinders here. There we go. Hold on. It's actually not that hard to kill, so might as well. Any news about EU release? Nothing yet. Nope. Nothing yet. Actually, that's something I'm going to check on in a second because we haven't had a lot of feedback or, you know, news from the NA/EU side of things. I'm going to check that in a second because we do have a website that we go to for that stuff. Let me see. Because I did send them a message early on, and they have their messages open, so I was giving feedback on the game too, along with a couple other people, but telling them that it's a pretty decent experience so far, but like more classes and stuff like that would be really cool. Having the battlefield open from the get-go in the Western version would be really nice, stuff like that. Let me see if they've said anything since then.